what to do with these rats. Baby lay, waist snatch. That straight back. Got lips like Angelina. Belly truck tangerine. Jumping on my. That's why they call it trampoline. Trampoline like a Monday. Ferrari body. This is sweet. Saturday. That's just with plastic. I say, babe, it's a. He said it's a. Them pretty. You look like Beyonce. Looking like money back, money back, money back. Money back, money back, money back. Yeah. Money back, money back, money back. Money back, money back, money back. He can tell from the front. I got it behind me. And I park my Bentley truck.
All right, much appreciated, Coach, as we welcome all of you to our exclusive coverage of the National Football.
I see the best of them, Jando. 25 to life and they can't stop. Never met a man that they can't talk. We're talking on the phones, they can hear us.
When you got dumb cake up in the say that they be waiting for you in the bushes with the duct tape up and down the interstate. Yeah, we really touch. We touch. October, I'm about to another state. He went down in Arizona, don't get me involved. An empty box in the car means they coming for all. I had six phones, I got rid of them all. We get hit and sit down, we don't talk to the law. Yeah, they think I'm tripping, they listen. They know our every move, yeah, they want us all in prison. That's why I can't sleep at night until they get in. I'm on another mission, I'm just young and I'm living.
I done seen the best of them, Jando. 25 to life and they can't stop. Never met a man that they can't talk. We're talking on the phones, they can hear us.
7 in the morning and they in my home. My bank account's froze, what is going on? Why it all start going wrong? From talking on the phone.
My phone still echo, the feds won't let go. Money never sleeps when you're the Black Gordon Gecko. Line looking like they waiting on the retro. Sixes, I feel special. Resale and I never pay retail. My shoebox money afforded me the spree wells. And that then courted me a V12. Avoid the phones if it's sounding like a seashell. Too much clicking in the connection. Connect the dots with my connect for my protection. Face to face, I place my like a drive-through. Feel it, you know how I do. Push.
I done seen the best of them, Jando. 25 to life and they can't stop. Never met a man that they can't talk. We're talking on the phones, they can hear us.
7 in the morning and they in my home. My bank account's froze, what is going on? Why it all start going wrong? From talking on the phone.
Too many handle business on my own, cause you ain't right, and that's I don't condone. I got homies behind the wall wishing they was home. They got jammed up, kept discussing business on the phone. But Scotty, boy, we 200 bands off them 20.
All right, Coach, we are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. It's certainly hot outside here in the desert, but somehow this Cardinal crowd turned up the heat a moment ago. They were in a frenzy as their team emerged from the tunnel, and the Cardinals, they're set to do battle with the Denver Broncos. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And they'll go with a ground attack here. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Looking to throw on second. Here's Kelly. And an alley to run. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos first down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
First carry from Devontae Booker. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. And that's complete to the tight end, Hireman. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So, as you said, you shrink the playbook. Pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys? Coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night, guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
On 1st and 10, Kelly. Forced out to his left. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. Kelly now. Throwing again. Being chased out left. Now he's going to let it go. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 17. They were ball hawks last week. They had a trio of interceptions on defense. In the first drive, they pick up right where they left off.
They're creating quite a reputation for themselves, aren't they? And sometimes what happens is when they know that the defense can take the ball away, as they saw the previous week, now you try too hard to not let them take it away, and you force yourself into errors. They've intimidated them in a sense and gotten the ball from them.
All right, here we go.
After the interception, here's Rosen. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down.
Now, that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
A big welcome back carry for David Johnson, who almost missed all of last year. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. On 2nd down, Rosen. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz, and even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz called and you still cover the screen, now that allows your blitzers to get there.
Detroit!
Third and long here for Rosen. And he fires one that's intercepted. Sua Cravens with a pick. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line.
Well, this win is definitely going to be a factor as this game goes along. He's throwing straight into it here in the first quarter, and the ball fluttered on him a little bit. He'll definitely have to foul that one away and make a mental note of it.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Looking left side and completing it to Thomas. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And he stopped immediately there. The tackle there by Patrick Peterson. He makes a wonderful play there off the corner, protecting his side of the field.
Oh, that reminds me of the great defenses of old, doesn't it? The Pittsburgh Steelers, steel curtain. They would not let you get on the field if you could only do one thing. You had to be a complete guy, and you had to be able to tackle.
Now, I know I've said this before, but you know I wasn't alive when the steel curtain was playing. I know them, but I just want to let you know I wasn't alive.
I'm going to keep peppering that in there, and one of these days you're going to think that you were.
Eluding the pressure right. He may try and run for this. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Decent gain on the scramble to 6, but now it's 4th.
I like his effort there. He got it done on his own. But let's face it, he puts defenses in a really stressful spot when he takes off and runs because a lot of guys have coverage responsibilities.
Good job of rallying, though, because I thought when he first took off, he might pick up the first down. The field goal unit's going to stay put on the sideline. They're going to go on 4th down here. They'll run for it. It's Freeman. A big pickup of 12 yards on 4th down to keep this drive from stalling.
This is where you need to rely on your offensive line, and you tell the person carrying the football, no dilly-dallying around, no trying to hit the home run. Just hit the hole hard and get in there for a first down.
Booker on first down. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
On that play, it was the defensive front that won the battle. They out-leveraged the offensive line, got into the backfield, and held them to no gain.
On second down, Kelly. That's caught. It's Thomas. And here he'll get it down to the 7. That catch good for 5. It's third down. And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them. That feels a whole lot better running off the field.
And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Cardinals offense now works their way back onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He'll rifle this one. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. They give him a gain of 37. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 38.
Detroit! Detroit! Gun! 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 Gun!
From the gun, it's Rosen. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Derek Wolfe in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12.
Detroit! 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 All right, here we go.
Out of the gun, here's Josh Rosen. In the middle of the field, he's got Nelson. And this time not quite to the 30. He'll be down at the 31-yard line. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
Gun! 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 Gun!
They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
And Dawson missed it. He missed it. No good. Wide to the right, and this score will stay right where it is. So it's an empty trip downfield there as they get a missed field goal on 4th down.
And I didn't see anything in the setup. It's a good snap, good hold. He just pushed it, and that one never wanted to come back.
Gun! 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 Detroit! Detroit! Hurry up, here we go! Detroit! Detroit! 3-19!
On 1st down, it's Kelly. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. That one goes for 24 yards. Now a handoff working right. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he takes it down deep into Arizona territory. He's able to rip off 32 on that one. It's a 1st down.
We can talk about bend but don't break all we want, but the defense now, we're going to find out just how flexible and pliable they really are. Can they bounce back after that type of a run, that type of momentum against them, and find a way to slow down this offense?
Gun! 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 Gun!
They'll try and run with Booker. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. He'll get it up the middle. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Devontae Booker, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Broncos will add on to their lead. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how are we going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Cardinal offense now making their way back out onto the field. And they've got to be a little bit frustrated about that last drive, missed field goal.
always hurts a team because, you know, you've put something out there, you've given yourself a chance, you're in range, and the ball doesn't go through the post. But it's not something to panic about, I don't believe. Just keep playing and keep going.
They begin the drive with Johnson. And he's got room. He finds an opening past the 40. David Johnson on his way. Touchdown, Cardinals. David Johnson hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Cardinals are able to show off their quick strike ability. Well called, well blocked, and he just made a great play. That's an athlete going a long way.
Yeah, how about the suddenness, too, of just getting there and taking off and going? For the defensive guys, plays like that really hurt.
So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. Isaiah McKenzie now on the return. Now the Broncos offense, they get set to head back onto the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Now a first down throw, Kelly. He's going to air one out. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
Well, I guess we just discovered that someone is certainly not going to sit back and just take it in this game, huh?
No, they were trying to get that touchdown back in one shot.
One shot, trying to help out his defense and let the other team know they were coming after him.
To throw is Kelly. That'll be caught right side by Hamilton. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. His first catch, good for 14 there and a first down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he'll be taken down after a short gain as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. More from the desert after this.
Gone, 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 gone. Gone, 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 gone.
Now Kelly to throw on second down. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield as it turned out. Couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. From the gun, Kelly. Looking deep downfield. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. So out now come the Cardinals. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
And this one complete to Jermaine Gresham. And he's brought down after a good gain. A nice gain at 21 yards.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
They'll look to throw on first down with Josh Rosen. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Nelson. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That goes for a gain of 31.
Leopard! Gone!
Now Rosen on first down. And he finished, but in the end, the pressure too great, and he goes down. Todd Davis. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. The sack cost him only a yard. It's 2nd and 11.
All right, now, lucky 56.
From the shotgun, it's Rosen. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. The last 2 plays each lose a yard. They'll try to move forward here on 3rd and 12. To throw is Rosen. And able to find Kirk complete. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their 2nd, as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. So it's 1st and goal, and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. They'll run it with Johnson. And he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal. Now a signal and a timeout call as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play.
Leopard! Detroit!
Now Rosen to throw on 2nd down. And that'll be caught by Gresham for a Cardinal touchdown. Jermaine Gresham in the final seconds of the first half. And the Cardinals are in for 6. Dawson able to connect on the extra point. And the lead is now 14-10. Is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. On the return, it's McKenzie. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. The Broncos offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
All right, here we go.
Kelly, a final shot before break. Looking deep for Demarius. And that is incomplete. So we reach halftime here in Glendale with the Cardinals on top. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. The Cards with the lead, and they will get this football first as the second half gets started. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. So here's the Cardinals offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Here's Rosen to throw. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
On the crossing route, he hits Demaryius Thomas. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. And a nice gain of 21 yards. They'll run it now out of the gun. They'll get to him just inside the 15-yard line. And even after that fancy footwork we saw, a good job defensively to recover.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
Right back to Booker. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Devontae Booker with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Broncos turn that interception into a touchdown. Extra point from McManus is good. And it's now 17-14. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. And he'll be brought down here at the 28. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They go to Johnson again. And he'll get about 4 across the 30 to the 32.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
On third down, Johnson. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. Here's the rookie from Fordham. It's Chase Edmonds. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. And they'll throw it with Rosen. Escaping the pressure right. Throw right side is going to be caught by Kirk. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 47. They'll run it now out of the gun. A little juke, and he's brought down. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
On first down, it's Rosen. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Derek Wolfe, he's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle.
Lucky 56.
Rosen will throw. Steps away to his left. Now he's going to let it go deep back. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Johnson was the intended receiver. That had disaster written all over. You've got a right-handed quarterback, a rolling left, and throwing it pretty far downfield.
It's really difficult to do, to try and get your body twisted around into the proper position and get anything on the ball as you heave it downfield. And that's what it actually turns into, a heave. And that's not really a good throw, is it?
Not good, and we saw the result. And they'll get him down up past the 15. Trying to find some space to operate, and now they'll have it. A gain of 12, a big first down to get away from the end zone.
Detroit! Detroit!
On 1st and 10, Kelly. Over the middle, that's caught by Taylor. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Bronco first down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
All right, here we go. Detroit! Detroit! Green 39!
On 1st and 10, Kelly. Trying to get it to Thomas, and it's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
The first down carry here for Johnson. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Leopard! Leopard! Detroit! 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 Detroit!
On 2nd down, here's Rosen. And completes it to Kirk over the middle. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air, and sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their fourth pick of the game. Instead, second down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Detroit! Detroit!
Now it's Rosen. And that would not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this third quarter of play. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And it's caught. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. J.J. Nelson, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Cardinals have taken the lead here in the 4th. Dawson tacks on the point after, and that will make this a 4-point game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And Denver getting set to take the field. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And some room to roam now. And he'll take this down inside the 15-yard line. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. They're throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now a 10th carry for Johnson. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. It's the linebacker, Brandon Marshall, there on the tackle. And in this situation with a lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
On 3rd down, Rosen. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
Then we got to give a little tip of the cap for the defense there. Zone coverage, locked it in tight, made it really difficult because they tried the crossing route against it, and it worked for a completion, but you have to know where the sticks are on 3rd down. Didn't get beyond them, no pickup.
So that's one you almost never see at this level. A wobbler from very short range, and it winds up no good.
All right, Brandon, if he slipped, or someone got a hand on it, then I could understand it, but it's almost like you heard a whistle or something that stopped his swing. A very strange result, especially for an NFL kicker.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Over the middle, he's got Deshaun Hamilton. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. Give him 14 yards there and a Denver first down.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old reliable plays because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage, as we just saw there.
And those guys like it, right? They can get the ball with a full head of steam.
Especially against man coverage, because man coverage, particularly running away from someone and not worried about traffic coming out on the other end.
Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Out of the gun, it's Kelly. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
Well, there's times when you see these catches that are made, and we just know the guys playing it are really wishing for college rules. Only need that one foot down instead of 2. It's awfully difficult on the sideline, isn't it?
The Broncos on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 8. To throw is Kelly. From the gun, he'll throw. Flush to his right. Oh, he almost intercepted it. They're just forcing it into too many tough spots. That was almost a 4th pick of the game. And now 4th down. Here's Marquette King now. On for his 2nd punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. The Cardinal offense here ready to take over. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs, and the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
Now a handoff, Johnson. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. Off the play fake, here's Rosen. And look at this, they get the turnover they needed, it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. This game, it's been defensively oriented on both sides, so I guess it stands to reason that the play of the game comes on defense.
So it's my kind of game. You know that.
That's
Anytime
right.
we have a defensive battle, but that, as you said, it stands to reason that's the way the game tilted. Someone had to make a big play, and the way the defenses were dominating, that's exactly what we got.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on 1st and 10.
Gun! Here we go! 3-19! 3-19! Watch it now, Barney! Leopard!
Back to the air, Rosen after the pick six. Dancing to his left. And he slides to avoid the hit. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there. It's 2nd down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
Detroit! 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 Detroit!
On second down, Rosen. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time.
Detroit! Detroit!
From the gun on third down, it's Rosen. Dumping it off for Johnson. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup, and that's going to make it fourth down. He got out of bounds. That's a good thing, but still short of the first.
And now, since this brings up fourth down, the defensive play caller, grab your nerves, because now you don't want to be so amped up that you give them a first down by getting out of your lanes, but you also don't want to just lay back and let them have it easily.
Gun! Watch it now, Barney!
Here we go. It's Rosen on fourth down. And that is incomplete. The Cardinals unable to convert there on fourth down. And the Broncos are going to get the football back in great field position. So the Broncos coming out now. Looking at this situation, if they get a field goal out of this, it helps. But a touchdown would really help into going to secure the victory.
And know what I'm thinking right here? In the West Coast offense, in their parlance, every time they throw the football, they say you're either throwing it for a touchdown or a check down. In this case, it's either taking time off the clock or getting that touchdown that really puts you in firm control. I think they'll go either way on this one.
Gun! All right, now, Lucky 56. Here we go. All right, now, Lucky 56. Lucky 59.
On second down, Kelly. Flushed out right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's third. Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that. And thus far, they've been successful.
Gun! Let's go! Green, 30.
Here's Kelly on third down. This is Booker on the dump off. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll be fourth down. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. And he missed it. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
So good field position for the Cardinals as they come up first and 10.
All right, now, Lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll look to throw. In the middle of the field, he's got Nelson. And he takes this one all the way across midfield into enemy territory down to the 40-yard line. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
All right, now, Lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Back to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete. The intended receiver was David Johnson. And it's second down. I guess you can't be afraid to take those chances late in the game. He tried to fit that one in there. Nice job, though, defensively.
But to your point, it was a nice job of knocking the ball away. But you're also right. You can't be afraid to take those chances. That means your guys going downfield to catch the ball, they've got to elevate their game and come down with these in order to keep your offense moving.
All right, now, Lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Back to throw. To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down. The offense on third down tonight, 3 for 7 so far in this game. They're looking at third and a few inches. They'll run it now out of the gun. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A gain of 11 and a first down. And now all of a sudden the shoe's kind of on the other foot. Maybe you pull the reins back here a bit?
Yeah, a little bit because you got to make sure that you don't score too quickly.
He's back to throw. That is caught at the 7. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on first and goal. They come out here in the eye. He'll look to throw. Rolling to his right. And he'll just throw this one over in the way of the security crew. Incomplete here. I see you nodding your head up and down. That's a very heady decision at this stage of the game. Out of the pocket, nowhere to go. Just get rid of it.
That's a smart play because you're not worried about your completion percentage, and you're also not trying to force it into bad traffic as well. Throw the ball away, live to fight another down.
All right, here we go. Blue landed. Leopard.
They'll give it to him up the middle. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, third and goal. They'll try to run it in. Johnson. And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This to tie things up in the final minute. And Dawson's kick is good. And that will tie this game here in the final minute of play. I tell you, the life of a kicker. He has not been called on the entire game. He's over there by the net, but they send him out here in the fourth quarter and say, hey, go tie the game, will you? And guess what? He comes through.
I just don't know how they do it. I really don't. These cats are a different breed from you and me. That's a pressure kick, but that one was never in doubt.
Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play. But if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Here's Kelly. Buying time to his left. Now he'll throw deep left side. Oh, wide open, complete. And he almost made it, but just short. Finally out of bounds, right down around the goal line. So this thing rests on the shoulders of Brandon McManus. He's made one, and he's missed one thus far. This for the win. And his kick is right there. It's good, and it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. So he's able to come through in a hostile environment, and you'd have to imagine that's the game winner.
Yeah, how about that? And the way that this game's gone, you think they really wanted to get to overtime and take their chances there? They wanted to get this thing done. When you're the visitor, You don't want to play into overtime. You want to knock it down, get it done, and go home.
And the Cardinals getting set to trot out there now. So you're right there, but obviously the clock is not your friend. How do you handle this situation?
You're thinking 2 plays. One, to get yourself in position for the second one, whether you're able to get into field goal range or you have to try another deep pass, another Hail Mary. But you're trying to get the first one to a receiver, get out of bounds, and give yourself a chance to set things up for an easier shot at it.
Let's see if they can. And he's going to be grabbed and pulled down. Von Miller. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. Well, we saw a close game that kept us on the edge of our seats down to that final whistle. And right before that final whistle, defense with one last exclamation mark there, getting the sack to end it.
I love how you phrased it because we were waiting to see what would happen.